Hello everyone and welcome to the Make It or Break It pay-per-view for TKWF. We've got an amazing card planned for you tonight and it's gonna be a brilliant show. So without further ado, let's get into the action. And here we are with our opening bout of the night, ladies and gentlemen. It is for the Mayhem Championship. And we have, opening up the card, Maddox Everett is challenging the Australian Saint for the Mayhem Championship here tonight. Now, for those of you who haven't been keeping score, the Australian Saint won the Triple Threat ladder match 2 weeks ago to win the Mayhem Championship. He is currently a double champion, holding the Mayhem Championship and the Intercontinental Championship. After that brutal brawl last week, he beat Elijah Lee in the rematch, which counted as his second defense. And now he has to defend as the pay-per-view, as per the rules of the title. He also has to defend his Intercontinental Championship later on tonight against Powell. So he's going to have to try to get this match over and done with quick so that he's got enough energy to defend the Intercontinental Championship later on. And I mean, Powell being Powell, he's got Zach Murphy in his pocket. You know, we had to bar Zach Murphy from the arena until Powell's match was over last week so that he didn't get involved. And he still managed to win the #1 contendership for the Intercontinental Championship. However, Zach Murphy will be in competition here tonight, so we cannot legally bar him from the arena. So it's going to be an interesting showing while Maddox Everett, the psychedelic punk, is just being weird in the ring as usual. So a quick reminder of the Mayhem Division Championship rules. The champion must defend the title 2 out of the 4 episodes of regular TKWF in between each pay-per-view, as well as defend it every pay-per-view. So far, we've seen this title change hands quite a lot in the lead up to this this second pay-per-view, I should say, because we count Revival as a pay-per-view. And surely enough, it's been an interesting span of events leading into this division. We opened up the first ever episode of season 2 in the TKWF Revival pay-per-view with this title, where Jet the Ninja came out in the Mayhem Fatal 4-Way match to be crowned the first champion. He cashed the title in on Brutus the Brawler in the first episode of TKWF, and he lost. So, surely we had to crown a new champion. Elijah Lee managed to come out on top in that one, and then he chose to defend his title the next week. Originally it was meant to be a one-on-one match against the Australian Saint, but because Powell, wait, no, I messed it up. Yeah, it was originally meant to be, I'm just getting my notes back up here. It was originally just meant to be Elijah Lee versus the Australian Saint, but the general manager gave Jet the Ninja a rematch, which made it a triple threat ladder match, which Australian Saint came out on top. And then he put the title on the line as per rules last week, where Elijah Lee and him had a brutal brawl for the title. And now, surely enough, these two will be facing off once again for the Mayhem Division Championship. Now, the Australian Saint's got to come into this, thinking he's got to get something out of it. You know, he's got to walk away thinking, I need to get to the Intercontinental Championship, so I need this match over and done with quick. Whether he deliberately loses the Mayhem title because he needs to go for the Intercontinental Championship and defend that, or whether he fights to win both titles, it's going to be an interesting showing. And nice maneuver there from the Australian Saint. Starting to fight back in this match. Maddox Everett got the early offense in. And, oh, a springboard double drop kick off the top rope. And, oh, what a move there from the Australian Saint. Double stomp to the chest and a kick to the chest as well. And, oh, a nice diving splash off the top rope from the Australian Saint. Now the Australian Saint, oh, just targeting that arm, just brutally beating down. Now another, oh, a springboard bulldog from Maddox Everett now. And he's dragging the Australian Saint around, dragging him into the middle of the ring. And the kick to the back. And what's he going for now? Oh, a double drop leg. A leg drop, sorry, not a drop leg. Oh, a nice reversal there from the Australian Saint. Australian Saint going to the top rope now. Now the Australian Saint with that lifting DDT maneuver. And he goes for the cover. And 1, 2, 3. And he retains the Mayhem Division Champion. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, congratulations to the Australian Saint for successfully defending his championship in the Mayhem Division Championship match. But for now, we have another championship match for you. The TKWF Tag Team Championships. Now, for those of you not following, last week, Flyboy Jack Storm, one half of the Tag Team Champions, was not medically cleared after being attacked by Draconius the week before. Then he walked TK Landon out to the match last week against Draconius, but then he couldn't follow him out because he wasn't medically cleared. We find at the end of that show that he was taken out, and he is not medically cleared for tonight. But our general manager, Matthew Jacobs, has decided that TK Landon will defend his title in a handicap match. But we still don't know who he will be versing in said match. And now we will find out right now. Wait a second. Well, that's Andrews and Zach Murphy? What is going on here? So we had Powell and Zach Murphy working together. We had Andrews and Draconius, who we worked out last week was Doc. And now these two are coming out known as the Chaos Contingent. What the hell is going on in the... I'm so confused, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm getting word that this match will be a tornado tag match. And TK will have to fight both of these superstars off in a tornado tag to defend the tag team championship. And I'm getting word from backstage from a manager that we will be hearing from Doc next week on TKWF to find out what the hell is going on and why he's decided to attack the Rebel Club. Because, my God, this is just brutal. these two working together, the Chaos Contingent, is just a shocking development. And the fact that the general manager booked TK Landon in this match to defend the tag team titles, for one, and then having to defend it in a tornado tag match, it's just unfair. But that being said, TK Landon is no stranger to defending his honor in a handicap match. I mean, in Season 1, he had to defend against Jackson Jepson and Grim Oxley of the DZW Denizens in a handicap match. So he is no stranger to having to fight off two superstars at once. And if I remember correctly, he did pretty well and almost won that match, if not actually winning it. I do not remember how that actually played out, but you know, TK Landon, you know, using some decent strategies, not focusing too much on one person, you know, turning between the two every time he gets some hits in, you know, throwing some people outside the ring. Oh, but it looks like TK Landon's been busted open now. And I have no words for what is going. This is just a brutal assault from the Chaos Contingent. A reminder, the Tag Team Championships are on the line in this handicap match. Oh, the super kick from Zach Murphy. And as you can see, just the bloodied face of TK Landon. It looks like he's got a cut just above his nose. And, oh, Zach Murphy with the splash off the top rope, goes for the cover. Oh, but Andrews said, no, we're not done beating him down. And TK Landon fighting back now. Murphy just taking some time to do a bit of taunting while Andrews gets some beats in. Now, Andrews doing the taunting while Zach Murphy gets some hits in. And this is just... this is not right. I am still at a loss for words for how this has transpired. And why it's transpired. And TK Landon now with the reversal. Nice German suplex there on Andrews. But then has to turn immediately to Zach Murphy. Nice butterfly suplex there. Now turning his attention to Andrews now. Oh, but Zach Murphy cuts him off. He was doing well with the hit one with one move, then reverse to the next. What the hell? The speed of TK Landon now. He always was the speed of the Rebel Club. And now, this is just unbelievable. I cannot understand what is going on here. I'm sure we will get more answers next week on TKWF, but for now, TK Landon has to fight his way tooth and bone to the nail to try defend his tag team championships here in this match. And oh my god, stomping on the arm there. And now locking in an arm bar. Could we potentially see a tap? Murphy's trying to kick him off, but he's just not letting go. I gotta give it to TK Landon. He's fighting his heart out in this match, trying to defend his title. Oh, this could be it. No, he kicks out. TK Landon kicked out. He is not giving up. Oh, and it's over now. The tilt-a-whirl stunner from Andrews. Oh no, but TK Landon got up. What is going on? A reminder that TK Landon, all he's got to do is hit one TKO out of nowhere and he could win this match. We've seen it happen multiple times in the past. It just takes one TKO But could we potentially see him tap now? Andrews just staring down while Murphy's got him in that submission hold. But then Murphy says, "Nah, I'm done." But Andrews calls him up. Oh, the drop kick off the second rope. And Andrews said, "No, I'm not done." Seems like Murphy and Andrews are not on the same page in this match. They both just want to get as many hits in on Landon as they possibly can, but they can't decide who gets the pin. Now, TK Landon still fighting back now. Oh, nice running elbow there from TK Landon. Oh, but the kick to the gut. Now, Andrews telling Murphy to keep him down on the ground. But, oh no, out goes Andrews. But TK Landon following him outside the ring. He had the chance to have one of them inside the ring for a cover. But now we're taking this fight to the outside now. Now remember, this is, even though it is a tornado tag match, it is still disqualifications and countouts are still on. So the Chaos contingent has to keep TK inside the ring to win these tag titles. And I think TK knows this, and he's trying to fight them on the outside of the ring so that he can successfully defend his tag titles in a count-out victory. But surely enough, Murphy and Andrews also know that this is the case, and they're not letting him win the title that way. That being said, Andrews is just inside the ring taunting while Murphy's just brutally beating him outside the ring now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Murphy now with the power bomb and then the swing into the side of the ring. And Andrews jumping outside the ring, hurting his legs probably, but resetting the count so that it wasn't a count-out victory. And TK Landon still fighting as much as he can, the bloodied face just getting bloodier now. This has just been brutal to watch. And I'm at a loss for words. I can't believe what the hell is going on in this match right now. I mean, you'd think TK Landon would have lost by now fighting these two, but no. He is a fighting champion. He is willing to defend those tag titles with his life. 1, 2, and 3. The Chaos contingent finally overcame TK Landon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have new tag team champions. TK Landon fought his hardest out in this match to defend those tag titles, but the Chaos contingent has officially been crowned new TKWF tag team champions. I'm still at a loss for words for how this happened and why it happened. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I still can't believe what just transpired in what was just a brutal beatdown of a match. You know, credit to TK Landon for sticking it out as long as he could in that match. You know, he fought with a lot of heart to try to defend that tag titles in that match, but it appears the Chaos contingent was just way too much for him. But I mean, we're getting TK checked out right now. You know, he suffered a lot of injuries in that match, and yeah, we'll keep you updated throughout the night on how he's going. But for now, can the Queen of the Rebel Club take out the actual Queen of TKWF, Olivia Jade, in this TKWF Women's World Championship match? Now, Ivy Fisher has been on a roll this previous month. from being the first... Sorry, from being the person who was pinned to lose that title at the Revival pay-per-view, to go on to being an undefeated streak, taking out everyone in the women's division. She beat the Queen Olivia Jade in a non-title match. She beat the returning Alice Lane. She then went on to beat Ann Andrews in a number one contendership match last week. Can she continue that undefeated streak and beat the person she's already beat in a singles match for that TKWF World Championship, Women's World Championship? I mean, the Queen Olivia Jade definitely going to want to keep that title around her waist, trying to end the undefeated streak of Ivy Fisher. So far, the Rebel Club hasn't had the best of luck in TKWF Season 2. You know, with constant assaults backstage in matches like the match that we just saw. Ivy Fisher's been the one to hold the reins of the Rebel Club and prove that they're not all pushovers. Though I wouldn't really call them pushovers, they've just been attacked backstage by gutless people like the Chaos Contingent. And surely enough, we could see a new Women's World Champion here tonight. Though the Queen Olivia Jade, I'm sure, went back and researched her match with Ivy Fisher and, you know, looked at where she went wrong, studied every single move that Ivy Fisher's made, and I'm sure that the Queen versus Queen will be an interesting match to start off. And they're trading blows back and forth now. Oh, and a cutter. Or a neck breaker, sorry. Or a neck breaking cutter, whatever you want to call it. The Queen Olivia Jade taking the reins so far in this match. She wants that title to stay around her waist, and she's going to do everything in her possibility to do it. As I said, she studied Ivy Fisher. She knows exactly what Ivy Fisher's capable of now. Going to the top rope already in this match. Oh, and the knees. The reversal from Ivy Fisher with the knees to the gut. But Olivia Jade fighting back again. Oh my god. And again, with the backflip into the knees to the gut. Is she going for a third? Oh my god. The Queen Olivia Jade is coming in ferociously in this match. She's aiming to set an example of Ivy Fisher. But Ivy Fisher fighting back now. Oh my god, the running boot to the face. Ivy Fisher's back in vicious form right now. Now that boot of Ivy Fisher is dangerous. We've seen it take out multiple people so far in this match, especially when she whips out the kicks to the face. You know, we've seen her win multiple matches with her kicks. And these two have a lot of animosity for each other. You know, not only is the title on the line, but they just don't like each other. Queen Olivia Jade saying that Ivy Fisher stole her moniker of the Queen. And Ivy Fisher trying to prove that she is the real Queen by continuing her undefeated streak in the women's division with a women's world title match win right here tonight. But the Queen Olivia Jade not looking to let her do that. Going for the cover now. And here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh my god. In quick fashion, the Queen Olivia Jade has just retained the Women's World Championship. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, the Queen, Olivia Jade, successfully defends the title, ends Ivy Fisher's title reign. She offers the handshake. These two made up. Who will be able to dethrone the Queen if not for the undefeated Queen herself? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here we are with our next match. It is the Australian Saint defending the Intercontinental Championship against Pal. Now, this has been an interesting perspective throughout the... Wait a second. What the hell is going on? Well, that's Doc, the designer of Chaos, coming out to the ring with Pal. And they were announced as the Chaos contingent? Hold on. Let me get this straight. So, Draconius, the masked man who was attacking the Rebel Club all month, was Doc, the designer of Chaos. And then Pal and Zach Murphy were working together. So much so that the general manager had to ban Zach Murphy from the arena while Pal had his number one contendership triple threat match. And then Andrews and Draconius were talking about a plan. And now the four of them are in a stable called the Chaos Contingent. What the hell is going on? I sure hope that we have answers next week on TKWF, because right now I am confused at what is going on. But right now we should explain what is going on in this match. That man right there, the Australian Saint, won the 5-man ladder match at Revival to become the Intercontinental Champion. In week 2, it was Richie Rose versus Zach Murphy, and Pal appeared mid-match and attacked Richie Rose with a chair, which started the whole Pal-Zach Murphy work together thing. Because of that, in week 4, Pal was added into the Raito Falcon versus Richie Rose number one contendership match at the request of Richie Rose. Pal won that match and won this number one contendership match. And now he has the designer of Chaos in his corner for this match. So that means that designer of Chaos, Pal, Zach Murphy, and Andrews are all in cahoots with each other. I'm sure we will get answers next week as to what the hell is going on. But right now, this man right here has to defend the second title of the night, as he's already defended the Mayhem Championship in the opening bout. You know, he's had a couple of matches to recover, but I mean, he's going up against Pal with the designer of Chaos in his corner. You know this cannot mean good things for the Australian Saint. Now, I'm only piecing parts and parts together from what we know. I'm sure we'll get the full answer next week in TKWF, but it seems that the plan that Andrews and Doc were talking about when Flyboy found him and Draconius at the time talking backstage, and he said the plan stays the course. Was this the plan all along? Was to take Flyboy out? Was to have the Chaos Contingent debut at this pay-per-view and win the tag team championships? I mean, they couldn't have factored in Pal winning the Intercontinental Championship hits tonight because, well, for starters, Pal wasn't even meant to be in that number one contendership match until last week. So I am super confused as to what is going on. But, you know, for right now, let's just focus on what we know. Pal versus Australian Saint in the Intercontinental Championship match. As I said, Australian Saint already weakened from defending the Mayhem Championship earlier on in the night. And now he has to defend the Intercontinental Championship against Pal. You know, you got to think, what is the designer of Chaos going to do in the corner of Pal? And will another title be added to the Chaos Contingent's reign of terror that has been this entire month without us even knowing? What the hell is Pal doing? Just toying with the Australian Saint at this point. Nice STO there from the Australian Saint. Oh, he's locked in a leg bar. Oh, but Pal fights out easily. The Australian Saint, he's going to be coming into this match trying... Nice sling blade there from the Australian Saint. He's going to be trying to defend this title because this is the title he's held since day one of TKWF. Oh, and just busted him open, bouncing off that turnbuckle there. I wonder if some metal was... Oh, and a drop kick to the corner. Goes for the cover now. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 from Pal. Now Pal's face just busted open. I'm wondering if a bit of metal was protruding through the top of that turnbuckle there, through the padding, and just busted Pal's face open. And now Pal, oh my god, with the zigzag. Now locks in the cover. Will he get it? 1, 2, 3. He does. Pal just beat the Australian Saint. Oh my god, the bloodied face of Pal right now. He just beat the Australian Saint. He is the Intercontinental Champion. And that is another belt added to the Chaos Contingent's reign of terror. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, here we are with the semi-main event of the evening. And it is a doozy, ladies and gentlemen. It is the rematch from week 3 of TKWF. The two high flyers, Andre Salas of Defiance and Katsuyori Yamashita. And, you know, this match came down to the wire in week 3. You know, Andre Salas only just lost the match to Katsuyori. You know, it seemed like Andre Salas had the match won after the haluva kick, and out of nowhere, Katsuyori just got this amazing amount of energy back, kicked out of the thing, hit his finisher, and ended the match. And to say that we were all shocked was, you know, an understatement. But right now, these two will be facing off one-on-one in a match to settle the score between these two. You know, they've had a bit of bad blood backstage, you know, having a bit of arguing. The cameras haven't caught it, but we've been hearing the arguing backstage between these two since their match. You know, Katsuyori claims that if Andre was meant to beat him, he would have. And Andre claims that Katsuyori got lucky. So our general manager, Matthew Jacobs, decided to just book this match and say, nope, you guys are having one more match to settle this score. And surely enough, it was made the semi-main event of the evening. So they've got a lot to prove, from opening the show in week 3 of TKWF to being the semi-main event of a pay-per-view. Will Katsuyori continue his reign supreme against Andre Salasia, or Andre Salas get his win back that he feels like he deserves? We will find out right now. Reminder, nothing is on the line here other than pride. This is just a bit of a filler match to get some relaxation after the multiple title matches we've had all night before our World Championship match next in our main event. And Katsuyori coming in real quick with the flurry of attacks. You know, he wants this match to be over as soon as possible. He wants to prove that definitively he can beat Andre Salas in a match. And oh, a jumping knee from the second rope. Now, Andre Salas finally fighting back now. Oh my god, a springboard DDT. Now Salas locking in a submission now. Katsuyori easily fighting out of it. And now Andre Salas bringing the fight to the outside of the ring. Finally getting some good hits in. Taking his time though. Giving Katsuyori some time to recover now. And Katsuyori just stalking him outside the ring. The ref saying let him come back in the ring. Bring this fight back into the ring. And now these two back in the ring. Going toe-to-toe once again. Nice sit-out scoop slam there. Now, Andre Salas has just gotten a new lease on life. Oh, a moonsault. A standing moonsault. Now, Andre Salas, what's he got planned here? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, my God. Just hit the throat. And then another standing moonsault. Andre Salas. And a blue thunder bomb. Just going to say, Andre Salas has definitely got a second win in this match. And here we go with the cover. 1, 2, 3, and Andre Salas gets his win back over Katsuyori Yamashita.
Here is your winner, Andre Salas.
Well, after that just brutal attack from Raito Falcon on his tag team partner, Andre Salas right there, we are now on to our main event of the evening for the TKWF World Championship. And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the person challenging for the TKWF World Champion, the winner of the 10-man Royal Rumble event that we had last week. It is one half of the Dangerous Alliance. It is Tyson Walker. Now, Tyson Walker, a former TKWF World Champion, was actually, I believe, our final TKWF World Champion of last season. And surely enough, he's looking to claim that championship once again. You know, as explained before, most of the titles were either stripped from their champions or re-brought back for divisions like the Intercontinental Championship. We ununified the Global Championship for that. The World Championship was stripped from Tyson Walker because we weren't sure whether he would re-sign. The Women's Championship was brought back. The Tag Championships were stripped from their winners as well. But surely if anyone has a chance of beating this brutal beast of a champion, Brutus the Brawler, it is Tyson Walker. Now, a bit of history on Brutus the Brawler. He won a fatal 4-way steel cage match at TKWF Revival to claim that TKWF World Championship. And then Jet the Ninja cashed in the Mayhem Championship to fight him on the first episode of TKWF. And Brutus the Brawler beat him in a subpar 5-minute match to just prove dominance over the smaller Jet the Ninja. So far he is undefeated in TKWF. Will he remain undefeated here tonight and keep his TKWF World Championship? Or will the former TKWF World Champion Tyson Walker be able to bring the title to the Dangerous Alliance?
Introducing the challenger from New York, weighing in at 294 pounds, Tyson Walker.
And there he is, the defender, Tyson Walker, right now. Just death staring the champion down. Meanwhile, Brutus the Brawler, not really phased at all. You know, he's confident, he's undefeated. He is the world champion. He has no right to believe that he's gonna leave here without being the world champion. So why should he be phased? Passing the title over. Showing it to Tyson Walker, who's still just death staring the champion down. I mean, Tyson Walker's coming into this to prove that he shouldn't have been stripped of the world title to begin with. And now he's looking to regain that championship that he feels is rightfully his to begin with. You know, he failed along with Tyler Bishop to be crowned the new tag team champions when re-debuting against the Rebel Club. But, you know, those two were always more of a singles competitor anyway. So much so that, you know, at the end of season 1, Tyler Bishop actually betrayed TKWF and joined DZW just so that he could get a shot at Tyson Walker in a one-on-one match. They have recently, you know, reformed and, you know, gone back to their old tag team ways. But, you know, Walker's probably got to remember that Bishop could turn on him at every moment. And that's why he focuses on singles competition and barely tag team competition. But Brutus the Brawler, showing why he is the world champion, not even phased by any assaults that Tyson Walker has hit him with. So far, just been dominant up until this point, with Tyson Walker finally getting a couple of hits in. Now, Brutus the Brawler is one beast in the TKWF. And, you know, if anyone has a chance of beating Brutus the Brawler for the world title, I feel like it is Tyson Walker. And now Tyson Walker with the multiple just standing splashes right there. Oh, and a spear. The spear from Brutus the Brawler goes for the cover now. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out at 2. Brutus the Brawler looks so confident with himself that he was going to get the 3 count there. The spear out of nowhere. I'm sure Tyson Walker is going to be watching for that now. is surely enough. Brutus Brawler just has to hit one more spear out of nowhere, and he's got that. Nice big splash there from Walker. Goes for the cover after the splash. 1, 2, and a kick out at 2. Now, Tyson Walker still on the offensive now. Oh my god. The end of days. And that was not enough to keep Brutus the Brawler down. And now, just a huge military press. Oh my god. Oh, what? The athleticism of Brutus the Brawler there. Coming in, reversing the pickup with a Hurricanrana, locks in an armbar. Will we see a tap here? Tyson Walker saying no, no taps. He's reversing out. And now he's got Brutus the Brawler in the corner. The elbows to the face in the corner. Goes for the cover. 1, 2, 3. He did it! Tyson Walker is our new TKWF World Champion. What is going on here? I cannot believe it, ladies and gentlemen. Now Brutus the Brawler. Will he accept the handshake? He does. He accepts. Look, you beat me. You're the new world champion. Congratulations. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was the Make It or Break It pay-per-view. A lot of questions were answered. Some were pushed forward a little bit more, but I have no idea where this is going to go. We will see you next week for another edition of TKWF.